Completing Her Heart, written by River Ford and narrated by Emma Faye. Prologue. The Wish. Heather Jones quietly listened to her best friends make their list. They were gathered in Rebecca's kitchen on the last night of summer break. Kristen and Olivia were there too. They all spent time apart at different camps off and on during the summer, so it was good to be back together. These were the girls who didn't make fun of her straight black hair, thick glasses, and shyness. The other three had already made their wishes for the love of their life. Heather knew she had to say something. They wouldn't let her not wish. The truth was she couldn't imagine any guy ever noticing her, much less liking her for real and for keeps. The boys at school only spoke to her to joke about her glasses, as if Four Eyes was something original. Stupid boys. The little bit of hope she cultivated at STEM camp had gone up in smoke as quickly as it had kindled. She had really hoped someone intelligent would be better than the guys she grew up with. "Heather, it's your turn." Kristen held her pen ready on a new page in her notebook. "Okay," she said. But she wasn't into it. Not really. She'd been trying to figure out what to say ever since Kristen brought up the plan. If she wasn't careful, she'd let her secrets slip. Then they might ask questions she didn't want to answer. Not yet, anyway. Kristen nodded encouragingly. "Go for it." Heather's mind spun in circles. She should make something up to match what they had said. But she couldn't. It wasn't in her nature to out and out lie. I don't really care what he looks like as long as he's nice to others," she mumbled, almost whispered it. However, a brown-eyed, brown-skinned face smiled through her memories. His dark hair was cut short, and he had a dimple on his left cheek. Heather shook her head. She would not think about him, not after the way he treated her at camp. "Okay, that's fine." Olivia stared at her. "What will he do for a living?" "Not sports, that's for sure." Heather clapped a hand over her mouth. Did she say that out loud? "What?" Olivia leaned closer, a big grin on her face. "That's really specific. Do tell." She burst into giggles again. It was really annoying how she thought everything was so funny. She didn't take anything seriously. Rebecca and Kristen leaned in as well. "What? There's nothing to tell. I just don't like jocks." Heather shoved her glasses back up her nose. "They think playing a sport will get them through the rest of their lives without having to use their brains." Rebecca tilted her head to the side but didn't say anything. Kristen tapped her pen on her chin. It was Olivia, always Olivia, who had to press the issue. "I don't think that's it. Something happened this summer, didn't it?" she questioned. "No." Heather put her head on the kitchen table. "Maybe." The other three girls smiled, glancing back and forth between each other. Olivia actually bounced in her seat. "Tell us!" Olivia breathed and clasped her hands to her chest. "Who is he? Where did you meet? Did he kiss you?" Heather sighed and sat up. "Just some guy at science camp. I thought he was smart, kind, whatever, but he wasn't. He turned out to be a jerk like all the others. He had one of the highest scores during the STEM competition, but he's going to be a Major League Baseball player. Who does that?" "Ooh, baseball players are hot," Olivia giggled again. "Where's he from?" "I don't know. I didn't ask, and it doesn't matter anyway. I'll never see him again." Heather folded her arms across her chest. There were some things she wouldn't tell anybody, not even her best friends. Like the fact he had kissed her. It was the most magical moment of her life so far. They had been sitting on the dock. The sun hovered at the edge of the horizon. She'd never forget the warm breeze or how the colors stretched across the water. He had leaned in and pressed his lips to hers. The magic fell apart with the sound of voices and laughter getting closer. 3 guys walked down the dock toward them. They turned out to be jocks
Sample complete. Ready to continue?